And we have some breaking news coming in from Nepal, where interim Prime Minister Sushila Karki, appointed just a day earlier, has arrived at a hospital in Kathmandu to visit injured protesters. Now, these are the latest visuals coming in from the ground. Karki was appointed after 2 days of intense negotiations between Podil, Army Chief Ashok Raj Sigdel and the protest leaders behind Nepal's worst upheaval in years, in which at least 51 people were killed and more than 1,300 were injured. The countrywide protest was sparked by a social media ban that has since been rolled back. Nepal's President Ramchandra Podil had dissolved the parliament and called for fresh elections on March 5th, following a week of deadly violence that culminated in the appointment of the country's first woman Prime Minister, Sushila Karki. And for more on this, our correspondent Saloni Murarka will join us on the broadcast from Kathmandu. Saloni, get us up to speed about the latest developments.
Oh yes, the interim prime minister, she visited the hospital today to meet the injured, the Zenzis who were targeted and were injured during the clash that took place this week. And immediately after she took over, she did make it clear that her priority would be to honor and support the families of those who lost their lives during the protest. There are a lot of challenges, of course, that lies ahead for her. Firstly, is to restore the order, and for the construction and reconstruction of the key buildings of Nepal, administrative building, the Supreme Court, and the Singh Darbar. All of these government buildings have been torched and vandalized and are not in a state to use. As I speak to you, a new Prime Minister office is being set up, where she's also trying to bring the ministry's officials to work inside those very same building. However, many of the few ministries will be relocating around the valley, and she has assured that elections will be held in 6 months. That would be in March, and has also ensured Nepal's development. But despite all these challenges, she remains hopeful and committed.
Right. Thanks, Saloni, for getting us all the details. That was our correspondent Saloni Murarka joining us from Kathmandu.